What is up guys, Mr. Fox here. In today's video I will show you how to make this balance board. And what is so special about this board? Well, it has these soft rubber bumpers on the bottom. So when you're balancing and you hit the floor, these will protect the floor. The floor will not get scratched and the landing will be soft. To make the rubber bumpers, we will use 3D printed molds and two-component urethane rubber. Let's take a look at the board in 3D and see how it is constructed. The board itself is made out of 3 separate layers of plywood, each 6 mm thick, with a combined thickness of 18 mm. Everything is held together by M4 screws and tightened with hex nuts. They are hidden inside the bumpers, so nothing can damage the floor. I start with laser cutting the 3 pieces of plywood. It takes a while to cut. It was around 4 minutes for each piece. I use simple PVA glue to glue the pieces together. I insert screws in the bottom layer to align next layers on top. I repeat the process for the next layer and the sandwich is ready. Here I use butterfly knots to tighten the screws. I put 4 clamps in the middle and leave it like that to set. When it's time, I remove the clamps and use sandpaper to sand off sharp edges. Now I chamfer the holes so the screws wouldn't stick out from the surface. Here I make the surface nice and smooth with a sander. Now it's time to engrave the graphics. I put my logo in the middle and some forest trees on the sides where the feet will be placed. Finally, I sand off some burn marks that were left from engraving. And now I can move on to making the bumpers. While I was busy with the board, the molds were done printing, and now I need to prepare them for casting. The first step is to apply release agent. It is needed for easy demolding. Without it, the parts would get stuck in the mold. Here I insert screws in the molds. They will form holes in the casted parts. The material I am using is 2-component urethane rubber from Smooth On. The mixing ratio is 2:1, so I need component A twice as much as component B. I pour 150 grams of material and set the scale to 0. The material color is amber, but I use black pigment to make it dark. 1 drop is enough to color it. Now I add 75 grams of component B and start mixing. I mix it for a minute or so, making sure I scrape the sides and bottom thoroughly. Mixing introduces some bubbles. To get rid of them, I place it in a vacuum chamber. The bubbles expand in a vacuum and then pop. Now I fill the molds completely with a little bit extra material. I slowly put acrylic piece on top, making sure I don't trap any bubbles. This way I push all extra material off and the part will have flat surface. The material cure time is 16 hours at room temperature, but I increased the temperature to 35 degrees to speed up the curing. Now when the parts have cured, I can remove them. Here I use a wooden stick to gently peel the parts out. I have to be patient and try not to damage the part or the mold. The bumpers came out very good. I'm really happy with this result. I clean up the screw holes and everything is ready for assembly. The board is complete and now it's time to improve my balance. Alright guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope you learned something, and if you have any questions about this project, leave a comment down below. Till next time.